What's up, everybody? It is Thegoal60 here for Sunday, April the 22nd, 2018. So yesterday did go pretty well for us. We did go 3-0 yesterday in our B bets, which helped us to finish up the 4 units and close out the 4 series for the weekend. Just to recap everything that happened yesterday, we did have the Cubs and the Rockies. We were on the Rockies in a B bet, and they did win outright for us 5-2. That was a run line play. The Cubs were the favorite in that game, so we had the underdog on the run line, and they come out with an outright win. The next game we had was the Padres at the Diamondbacks, where we had the Diamondbacks as a money line favorite, and they did win the game 6-2. And then the third game we had was the Angels and the Giants, where we had the home money line favorite of the Angels, and they did win the game 4-3. All right, so just a couple things to point out about all 3 of these series. It doesn't really mean anything as far as our systems go, but just interesting things that I seen was that all 3 of those were home teams. All 3 of those were B bets, and all 3 of those started out the game down 2-0, and they all came back and won the game. And if it wouldn't have been for an 8th inning run by the Giants, they would have all 3 not only started out 2-0, but held the team to those 2 runs while they made the comeback and took the lead to win the game. So just a couple interesting trends there, just things that I found that was pretty neat that happened, watching the games. These games were, especially the first 2 that started out with the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, both of them at the same time were down 2-0. It was early in the game, and I was, emotions were very low, and then as the night went forward, things got a lot better. Things got to where we were ahead and ended up obviously winning all 3. So a very good day. It kept us on the edge of our seats for most of the game, and we moved forward to the series that will all start on Monday. Before we move on to anything else, just make sure that if you do like these videos that you like and share. You may know somebody that wants to see these videos or may be interested in them, so I'd appreciate it if you do share those. Also, make sure you subscribe, and when you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. That way you get all the notifications when these videos come out daily. Also, we're on Twitter. Don't forget, at Thegoal60. You can follow me there. We have some good conversations. I always post the vlogs and just talk about different games on that. So just make sure you check that out. And it's the easiest way if you have a question, which I'm, really grateful for. I enjoy when people ask me questions about these systems and how they work and, why this happened versus this and whatnot. The easiest way to get in touch is to send me a direct message on Twitter. You can obviously comment on these videos, but make sure, you follow me on Twitter because it just makes it so much easier to get back and forth, and it's an open conversation. Just like I've talked about in so many videos, money management is key. So whether it's what I suggested and told you that we use as 1% of our bankroll as our unit size, or whether you're using 2 or 3 or whatever it is, stick with it, stay true to it all the way through. We're right on the cusp of getting back to even. We're just a few percentage points down. Once we hit that, hopefully it'll be early this week. And then by the end of this week, we'll be back into profits, and we'll be back trending upwards, and we really start to do well. But you've got to stick with that 1%, or like I said, whatever you've been doing. If it's 5%, that's a little too high for my taste. But if it is, that's up to you. All I'm telling you is that you've got to stick to it. Don't go off and do something else. Because if you try to win everything back in one game, it's not going to happen. It never works that way. And if you get lucky sometime and you hit big, great. But over the long run, if you stick to your guns, stick to staying disciplined and exactly what you had set out for, you will be successful. So just stick to that money management. I can't stress that enough. It's very important in what we do. Real quick, I just want to go over all the series that will be starting off at the beginning of this week. The ones that will be starting off on Monday will be the Padres at the Rockies, the Marlins at the Dodgers, Nationals at the Giants, the Mariners at the White Sox, the Angels at Houston and the A's at the Rangers. So there's not a lot of games on Monday, and obviously we will have to look towards RPI and the price to get any of those series. But that's the games that'll be starting off on Monday for 3-game series. Now, as far as Tuesday, we pick up 5 more. Boston at Toronto, the Rays at the Orioles, the Tigers at the Pirates, the Diamondbacks at the Phillies, and the Mets at the Cardinals. So see, there's plenty of opportunity at the beginning of this week, starting Monday and Tuesday. And obviously, every one of these are the 3-game series, eliminated right off the top, the 4-game series and the 2-game series. And now we just look towards the RPI and then move on towards the price. And if it fits more of those, then we look at probable pitchers coming up, try to pick out spots where there's going to be, if we're taking a team that's got some very well-known names as far as pitchers, and we think that there's going to be a high price on that pitcher, even if it's the 2nd or 3rd game, we will eliminate that. That is, once again, that is just trying to eliminate as much risk as possible. That's the key to this. This weekend, we went through all that, and we eliminated a lot of teams. We had 4 series. So you can see, even after all these parameters are met, and you're eliminating after eliminating after eliminating, you still have a lot of games. So it's not like we're getting rid of a ton. We're just trying to eliminate as much risk as possible moving forward. That way we have a better chance of reaching that success that we're looking for. So I really appreciate everybody that's tuned in today. Obviously, we will have a video up in the morning, on Monday morning early. So with all the series listed, the ones that made it as plays. And I look forward to that. Have a great Sunday, and I will see you in the AM. Thanks.
60% of the time, it works.